Okay, Coach, coming to you from the venue that hosted the Super Bowl back in February of '06. Welcome to Ford Field in downtown Detroit. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Ford Field tunnels, and the noise level in this place just about off the charts. They are set for football as the Lions get ready to do battle with the Kansas City Chiefs. Butker now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Let's go! Lions take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Ready? 180.
Right here. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
A look at Kerryon Johnson, second-year man out of Auburn. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. A loss of 2 there, second down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, Stafford. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 22 yards there, a first down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
A tackle for loss there. 2 last week. He's tough to handle coming off the edge.
I mean, you talk about a defensive end, your first thought is how does he rush the passer? That's where he makes his big plays getting into the backfield. But the best ones can play the run as well. And that's what we're seeing from him, that excellent combination of holding the point of attack and also getting upfield to make plays in the backfield.
Double up. He's coming.
On 2nd and 12, Stafford. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. 6 yards on the pickup, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Ready? Move 60.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength. 25. Check 25. Check 25. Check.
Like 7.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 34-yard line. So opening drive, 3rd down, they complete the slant to move the sticks.
And ordinarily, it's a high percentage pass when you throw it. And receivers like to run that route because it gets the ball in their hands pretty quickly. Just a couple of quick steps upfield, break towards the middle, the ball should be there, and then they can do some work afterwards.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 16. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
Stafford going to come up 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
General West.
On the toss, here's Johnson. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
Set, 280, 0.
Let's go, D. Let's go.
Max 50, Max 50, Max 50. Target, 29. Smash. And it happens.
Faking the give to Johnson. Now it's Stafford. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. Exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
Prater now will send it away following the made field goal. That's fielded in the end zone. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
Let's go. At their own 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a man who really came on late last year, it's Damian Williams. And takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Hey, 43, 15.
On 2nd down, Williams. And unable to get downhill there, so he'll take this up to about the 37. Rashawn Melvin in on the stop.
After watching that play result, it took me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and we asked him, so how you plan to move the ball against his defense?
He didn't really tip his hand, did he?
No, he didn't. I think it's because he really didn't have an answer. He wasn't quite sure how he was going to get it done, and that play showed us exactly why he was worried.
Yeah, this number 1 defense, they can put that on their highlight reel. They have been able to stop the run all season long. Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. Well, with Damian Williams, it's notable that the Chiefs didn't make a play to go after a big-time running back in the offseason. And the coaching staff said back in May they didn't want running back by committee. They trusted Williams to be their starter. You remember last year he was forced into the starting role the final 3 games of the season due to attrition, and he really excelled. And then he was excellent in the playoffs against the Colts and Patriots. Strong indicator that he was ready to be the bell cow. Here's a guy on his 4th franchise in 2 years, Carlos Hyde. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. And Hill with it over the middle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them.
tight. Tight ends right. 4 down. Check. 4 down.
Yellow. Now Mahomes throwing on second down. He's going to fire one. Got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They'll run it with Williams. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
That's it. Big hit.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Chiefs with the football as we start the second quarter. As they come up now, 2nd and goal. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. Here we go.
They'll run for it with Hyde. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Carlos Hyde. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs have taken the lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas,
right? A little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
Throwing on second down. Stafford escaping the pressure right. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 46. A toss left side, Johnson. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stay. Up and behind the line.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 48-yard line.
Set, lady. 50 to Mike. 22.
On 2nd and 12. Stafford. Throw left side, taken in by Galladay. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Stafford. And he has his receiver. That's Jones. Lions touchdown. Marvin Jones, his first touchdown on the year. And the Lions are going to jump back in front. Now Matt Prater for the point after. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
The Chiefs take over. Get ready, get ready, get ready. Their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Watch that end, tight end's right. Tight end's right. Out. 3 down. Out. 15. Alert 3. Check 20. 15.
Now Mahomes. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards there, just like last play.
1st down, Kansas City.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Keep 15. Keep 15. Sit. Kill.
Now Williams. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Mahomes going to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Damon Harrison bringing in 341 pounds of power for the sack.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Off the draw, here's Williams. He digs them partway out of the hole that they're in. It's an 8-yard gain, and it makes it 3rd and 12.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
You got 3 down. Check. Motion to backfield. Motion to the backfield.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. He is going to find Hill here. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. They give him 27 yards on the third down conversion.
And the first down, Chiefs.
Hey. 4 down.
On the toss, here's Williams. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league.
Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defend the pass pretty well, too. Very difficult task right now.
He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
Yellow.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score.
Strip that ball.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. The ex-Iowa Hawkeye Mike Daniels in for the sack. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. This will be a 37-yard attempt. Butker's kick here is good, and that will knot us up at 10. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick the field goal. For the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
They're going draw play. Stafford to Johnson. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. On 1st and 10, Stafford. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Back to throw, Stafford. And unsuccessful there, trying to dump it underneath. That'll bring up 3rd down. That right there, his first incompletion so far in this game, Charles. He was 9 of 9 before that.
Yeah, I think that qualifies as being locked in. And then you have to ask him the question, so what caused the incompletion? Come on, man, get back on your game. Let's go.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. It's caught. Jones. Touchdown, Detroit! Marvin Jones with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game, as his guys are able to regain the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front, and now see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Extra point good by Prater, and that makes it a 17-10 score. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point splits the uprights, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime.
Harrison Butker at a kickoff for Kansas City.
17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
53, ready. Check the backer.
Stafford. Looking downfield for Jones. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. He was trying to find Marvin Jones that time. And it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 6 yards to go.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. This time they stay on the ground. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
57. Yellow.
Final shot before the half from Mahomes. And an alley to run. And he slides to avoid the hit. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
At the 26-yard line.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
You got trip. You got 3. Yellow. Hey, yellow. Hey, go.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
I know I spend a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Single.
Again, it's Williams. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there.
I don't need to. We got 3, fellas. We got 43.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Trey Flowers, the former Arkansas Razorback, in there to get him. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
2nd and 9 at the 3-yard line.
Set. 180. You ain't going nowhere.
On 2nd and 9, Stafford to the right and complete to Galladay. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. That one good for 26 and a first down.
I
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
A first down run, not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 30-yard line.
Ready. 180. Mike Bobo. I got you. And middle. I got you. You're all mine. 50.
On 2nd and 9. Stafford. Amendola catching it left side. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 7.
Here we go. Set. 180. 50.
You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing.
From Omaha. Ready, blue.
To throw on 3rd down. Stafford eluding the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The sack by Dorian O'Daniel, the linebacker from Clemson. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10.
At their own 43-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
And a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. On 1st down, Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
It's a loss of a yard.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
Yellow. 180. Kill. 43.
They run it again with Williams. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
It's a gain of 8.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3.
Check 3. Exit.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
And the 1st down, Chiefs.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
I'm going back to you.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long.
Mike 40.
They'll run it with Williams. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Damian Williams, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys have now moved out in front. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
17.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter. If you're thinking of a comeback here, you go to 2016. That's when Stafford had an NFL record 8 fourth-quarter comebacks. But last year, despite playing all 16 games, he had 0. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10.
22! You don't want it. 44's the mic. 44's mic. Check.
From the gun, here's Stafford. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of 4th down, 1st down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on, because 3rd down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
40 got.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford. Looking downfield for Jones. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Here's Johnson. And some room to roam now. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Stafford. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hockenson. And he's got this down to the 35. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
Not too many teams will use a first-round pick on a tight end, so you know that when one does, he's got to be pretty darn special.
A small example of why they took him in the 1st round there. Nice little catch and run to get the good yardage. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another 1st down. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
Lady!
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Second and 11 at the Chiefs' 24-yard line.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's second and 11. Now it's Stafford. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on third and long. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 12-yard line.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking first down.
Anderson. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a second and 9.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Prater on to add the extra point. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
A 7-yard pickup.
I know we just saw a nice throw and catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Move. Hey, 4 down, 4 down.
Now here's Mahomes. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Kansas City.
Some good games going on in the early window.
This might be the best of the bunch.
Tight ends on the Ringo. 4 down. Check. Hey, 43, 15.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a first.
First down, Chiefs.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
And a yard at the 33-yard line.
Yellow. And there's a line. Come on, D. I got you, baby. I got you. My 40.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Williams, and he'll go down at the 28. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Yellow. There's a line. Hey, pick your game up. Kill. 15.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. The 40, 30, 10. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. In a tie game, 4th quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations the type of plays they like to run, read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
Prater for the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Here we go.
25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play too.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing now is Mahomes. Throw right side, complete to Williams. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains.
A gain of
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Mahomes now on first down. And going deep for Hill. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Whip. Watch the whip. Watch out. Yellow.
From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 11 yards there, first down.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Everyone got 4 down. Hey, 15.
They'll look to throw. And Hill with it over the middle. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. Now carry number 20 of the game. Here's Williams. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point you have to have a splash play in there as well.
So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
And the ball moved up here now to 2nd and 7 following the penalty. Back to throw. Wide open is Watkins. He's got him. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 15 yards on the play. First down.
First down, Kansas City.
Mahomes now 14 out of 17, 82%, and it's 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Williams. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Mahomes. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Mahomes throwing on 4th. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Wilson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.